Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a good day. This is my very first video on my channel with commentary in it, so this is pretty exciting. Good to see you here. Thank you for watching this video. So right into it, I thought I would start with a quick tutorial on how to draw a scroll. Now, it's pretty simple, pretty quick. You want to keep it short and sweet, so we're going to go to the basics in order to understand the intricacies that go into drawing the scroll. So first things first, what you want to do is you just want to draw the line. Okay, you just want to draw a line depending on how you want to arrange your scroll. If your scroll is going to be on a table, then maybe you might want to draw something like that. You know, stuff like that. Maybe. But I thought I'd use a more complicated, you know, just a jagged line, and then we'll see which perspective it'll fall under, just a random thing. So for me, I chose a sort of like a floating scroll. So the first thing I did was draw this line here. As you can see, it's pretty quick, it's pretty simple. Now the second step that you want to do is you just want to duplicate this line, okay? Reflect it somewhere else, okay? So as opposed to me just copying and pasting and just moving it around, I'm imagining some of you are drawing on paper and you can't copy and paste. So I'm going to draw step by step, showing you how to do this. Okay, now I think I will draw it floating, but we'll be looking at it from a worm's eye view, like down looking up. So that means my reflected line will be below it like that. Okay, I think I'd want it a little bit wider than that, so I will put it somewhere here like that. Okay, so it's not right below the line over it, and that was just a personal choice. If you want, you could draw this line just right below the one above it, and that's completely fine, but I just decided to draw it at an angle. Okay, so this is the second step. And now the third step that you want to do is you basically just want to connect the two lines that we drew earlier. You just want to connect them. It's that simple, guys. You just want to connect them from there. And if you've noticed, scrolls have they're typically rolled apart and then they're rolled together, and so you want to draw the rolls on the side to be a little bit thicker. So what that will look like is maybe something like this. I won't add the details yet. I don't want to add the details yet. Something like that. Maybe here I'll do. Let me see. Nah, it doesn't look too good there. And if you're drawing a much more recent scroll, then this would be it for you, but I'm thinking I should draw a dated one. Now the rule for time is when something stays, like if folded paper stays folded for a while, those creases are going to be really hard to remove. Okay, it'll stay that way for a while. Now imagine this scroll stayed hidden for ages, probably centuries or a millennia or something like that. So you know it's going to have a few creases, a few cuts. It'll have some curled edges. It will have some ragged lines, and so you want to incorporate that. You want to show time in your designs. So I'm going to go ahead and add just a few creases and lines here, just at random positions. And to make it even more dated, I'm going to draw some jagged lines here, meaning these lines on the edges here won't look as smooth as they do right now. Okay. It'll have some cuts because it was folded for a while, so it'll have some cuts. It won't be as clean and nice looking, it won't be as pretty. So you want to incorporate the time into this. You want to show that it's dated. I'm going to go ahead and erase some parts into this. And then, now to draw the jagged lines. To go ahead and concerning the jagged lines, you want to add a bit of variation. You know, some cuts are going to be, they're going to be a pretty light and short cut like that, and then for some they would be deep and probably even close to tearing the whole scroll apart. So you want to incorporate that, just to show that it's dated. You want to add some variation. Maybe I'll do some tears that look like teeth here, some teeth type of jagged lines like that. And the scroll will sort of be eaten away by, I don't know, pests and, by the elements. Maybe it was exposed in the air. In the air there's some moisture sometimes, and that moisture could eat away at paper and cloth. So whatever material your scroll is made out of, you want to consider the time and the elements that it was exposed to, all the centuries that it was locked away or hidden away. You want to incorporate that, you want to show that, you want to consider that, actively consider that. Now to add the jagged lines at the row here. Okay, so we just got done adding the jagged lines, and I'd say it looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Again, just to emphasize how dated it is, I'm going to add a few more lines here and there, just to show some dent and show that this thing is not new at all. Maybe for fun's sake, we want to draw some, I don't know what you call them, hair-like thingies, like crosshair thingies, popping out. Okay. And then for the inside of the rolls, you basically want to think of a rose flower, or you want to think of an onion. There are layers. First it starts small, there's a small circle on the inside, and then it gets wider like that, layers, like a circle inside of another circle, inside of another circle, inside of another circle. And then when you're done drawing this pattern of circles here, you just want to break them apart, to emphasize the different levels of the layers. Okay, some you might consider overlaying, because some layers will be ahead of other layers, some will be behind, some will be smaller, some will be at higher points, some will be wider, some will be sitting at different angles, some will be bent another way, and some will be bent this other way. And you want to consider approaching the scroll in the same way. So approaching drawing the rolls like that, we're going to start, since the scroll is rolled up, you might want to start with drawing a spiral on the inside like that. And then, since we're drawing some jagged lines, then the inside of this roll to the fold that's left inside of the roll here will have some jagged lines as well. It won't be as smooth again because it stayed hidden away for a long time and it was exposed to the elements. So you just want to show that, again, approaching it with some variety. You know, you want some teeth like designs on the jagged lines like that. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, now for the sake of design, I'm going to incorporate some grayscale flat colors in here. Now, I won't do it perfectly, this is just for illustration's sake. Okay, so now to the designing part. Now, we could end here, you know, because we've learned how to draw the scroll, and this is the general look and the general approach to drawing the scroll. First, you want to draw the line here, and then you want to reflect the line, and then second, you want to draw the rolls on the sides, and they're like an onion or a cabbage or like a rose flower. You want to overlay some layers. You know, some will be higher, some will be behind, some will be ahead, some will be smaller than others. You want a multivariate approach with the detail. But to make it more fun, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more detail to it. Maybe draw some hairs poking out. If it's a personal project, then you can go ahead and have fun and add as many creases and as much hairs as you want. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any recommendations, if you have any more videos, if you have any more ideas about videos, maybe you need some help drawing hands, maybe you need some help drawing wood, maybe you need some help drawing faces, maybe you need some help shading, I could help you guys out with that. So if you guys want to see more content like this, do subscribe, leave a like.